Thank you so much for joining me. I'm meteorologist Camille Dinka on today's edition of Sunny Side Up. Today is March 7th, and we're going to be taking a look at some of the rainfall totals that we got yesterday from the system that pushed through that got some storms and some pretty good lightning out of it as well. And then we'll be taking a look ahead towards some potentially warmer weather and another chance for some storms as we look ahead towards Tuesday. In this streaming show, we're also taking a look at some local events happening today across eastern Iowa, potentially also a pretty cool event that's happening outside of eastern Iowa, but something that if you have some time over the weekend to take a look at, might be a really cool event to be checking out. But again, thank you so much for joining me and taking some time out your Saturday morning to take a look with me. Let's get right on into it. This morning, starting out with some cloud cover across our area. Here's a look out through some of our city cams: Cedar Falls, Cedar Rapids, Dubuque, and in Coralville. We got cloudy skies in the area, and we're going to continue to see cloudy skies throughout a lot of this morning. But as we continue throughout the day, we're going to watch as some clouds push out, and we'll head towards mostly sunny skies by this afternoon. So we got to get through this morning. A little bit of some cloud cover, more so by this afternoon. Really going to see that cloud cover pushing out, and we'll get to enjoy some of that. Here's a look at satellite and radar right now, though. We are dry as of this moment, and we're expected to stay dry for the next few days, really, after the last couple of days of some pretty active weather that brought some rain to the area. We will now continue to see some drier conditions up ahead. Let's take a little bit of a zoom out, though. If we look, we have some of those storms that pushed through yesterday has now created this huge line across a lot of the central part of the U.S., heading into the New England area too, across that northern part of the storm. But we have seen some flood warnings being issued with these. This morning there was a few severe thunderstorm warnings with this. Also seeing one now near Memphis has just been issued. So nothing, though, really too much in eastern Iowa. There was one severe thunderstorm that was issued last night at about 9:30 for Benton and Buchanan County for a severe thunderstorm warning. We were underneath a tornado watch for about 8:30 last night until probably about 1 or 2 o'clock this morning. They ended up canceling that just because the conditions weren't just right still. So something to keep an eye on, but there is a few, all those red dots that are popping up on the satellite and radar images, it looks to be tornado warning. So something to keep an eye on with these storms. They have been producing tornadoes, and we've seen a few tornadoes be developing from the system the last few days. We'll keep an eye on those national weather reports. But let's focus right back on into eastern Iowa. Storm net reports from the area. Here's Waterloo. Waterloo was receiving some of the heavier snowfall totals from the area. We had a little over 1.75 inches in some spots, up to about 2 inches. East Donald Street had 1.93 inches of rain. Progress Ave 1.79. So quite a bit of rain in Waterloo from yesterday. Let's take a look in the Cedar Rapids area. Right around 1 inch in most spots. We have Crow Wing Drive. We had just 0.97 inches of rain. So right around the inch mark in a lot of those spots, just as we got that storm that pushed through yesterday. Dubuque, well, a few of us broke that 1 inch mark. We had Countryside Drive at 1.32 inches of rain, and so did Hummingbird Hollow. But a lot of us right around that inch mark as well. It's Iowa City that really didn't get a whole lot of rain out of that system, or at least compared to some of the other spots, not as much. They had about 3/4 inch to just under 1 inch in most spots reported. If you're looking for a complete list of rainfall totals, you can go to kcrg.com/weather. There is a tab in there that is called StormNet. That has all of our StormNet gauges across eastern Iowa, and you can check for some of the reports that are going to be closer to you. They are all listed by counties, so hopefully you can find those a little bit easier. They do have precipitation totals from today, because some of that rain did continue into this morning, but then also all of that precipitation that fell yesterday if you're looking for something a little just closer to home. But let's take a look forward as we continue throughout the day today. Today we're heading towards daylight savings time. You'll want to make sure that you set your clocks forward 1 hour. For somebody like me who has to be up pretty early in the morning, we will be at work while this change happens. So If you are an overnight worker, you'll want to make sure that you set your clocks ahead of time, or to kind of make that calculation into figuring out when you need to get to work, since you will be losing potentially an hour of that schedule if you have time constraints and stuff that your work projects that need specific time amounts. Otherwise, if you're not in any time rush or not going to be needing to get up in the middle of the night, you can set your clocks ahead tonight, and that way by tomorrow morning, when those clocks have already shifted, you will be able to see the correct time. I know I sometimes panic on these times when you walk out and you see your oven lights or your oven timer or your microwave timer not on the correct time, and it kind of, that panic sets in of you have an hour left of sleep or something like that. So good idea to just get it set ahead of time. It isn't a shift in daylight, or it is a shift in daylight, not necessarily a gain in daylight. Excuse me, sorry, I have a little bit of a sneeze. But also a really good time to check all those batteries in those important devices too. It's always a good idea to change those out at least once a year. So if you get in the habit of doing it maybe when the time shifts forward or the time falls back, checking batteries in those weather radios, carbon monoxide detectors, and smoke detectors. Something to keep that in mind potentially for you to do today. We are going to be seeing some gustier conditions today. Winds picking up to 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusts potentially up to 30 miles per hour this afternoon. Calmer winds, though, push in by the overnight hours. They do pick back up, though, again tomorrow. We'll be seeing wind speeds between, again, 15 and 25 miles per hour, gusts potentially up to 30 once again tomorrow. Pinpoint Futurecast shows that cloud cover pushing out this afternoon, and then this evening too. Should get to enjoy that sunset and be pretty cloudless too out there. So looking forward to that for some more sunshine, but today won't be the only day that we get some sunshine. Expect sunshine tomorrow and Monday as well, as mostly sunny skies do stick around. With that, we also see warmer temperatures. Winds take a southerly shift as we head into tomorrow, so that will help to bring in some warmer air. Winds stay out of the south Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and that's why we get to see some warmer temperatures. Looking at mid-60s for Sunday, but upper 60s, low 70s across the area by Monday, enjoying that. And then a little cooler into Tuesday, but still well above average for where we should be for this time of year right now. Typically, we should be in the low 40s, so we're about 20 to 25 degrees above average. And then Wednesday will be a little bit cooler. That's thanks to a cold front that pushes through Tuesday and into Wednesday. But that cold front also brings in our next chance for some storms. We stay dry on Sunday. Also, we're going to stay dry on Monday, seeing that cloudless sky there too. Skies stay clear through Monday night, but by the time we head into Tuesday morning, we will watch as the clouds start to push right back in. Expect partly cloudy skies by Tuesday morning. And then we're going to keep an eye on southeast Iowa. This is Tuesday evening where we're starting to see some storms develop across the area, and that continues into the overnight hours. After a couple days of really warm temperatures and a few days without rain, that allows for the atmosphere to gain back the energy that is needed to be able to potentially have severe weather. And that's what we're thinking for Tuesday afternoon and evening, especially across southeast Iowa. So that continues into the overnight hours. And then temperatures start to cool with this system as that cold front pushes through. That will change that rain into a wintry mix by Wednesday morning. Could see some of that as you're heading out the door. The Storm Prediction Center does have it Tuesday at a slight risk of receiving severe weather that is across our southeastern area. Something we will be keeping an eye on over the next couple of days, really, as we learn more about this system and get to figure out some of the ingredients that are going into this. Right now, main threat out of the system looks to be gustier winds. We will be getting a better picture of what this could be getting for sure tomorrow, but again, by for sure Monday too as well. As we get closer and closer to that system, we get to get a better idea what ingredients will be incorporated in that storm and what we could be seeing out of it. But right now, just looking at a slight risk of some severe weather across southeast Iowa on Tuesday evening and into the overnight hours, something we'll continue to track here. You can always get the latest updates on these systems on KCRG.com. Get them here on the streaming services that we have. That's Facebook or YouTube, Roku also. You can always go to kcrg.com/weather. We have the latest forecast always there. Also, our free KCRG weather app is always free to download if you want the latest updates. We are constantly updating that throughout the day, and especially as we get closer to some of these more severe circumstances. Let's just take a look at our 9-day forecast, wrapping it up for that forecast. Today, mid to upper 40s. Make sure to change those clocks over through the overnight hours. That clock will push an hour ahead. Then we warm up. We're seeing mostly sunny skies Sunday, Monday. Temperatures by Monday in the upper 60s, low 70s. Storm chance on Tuesday, keeping an eye on southeastern Iowa for that best chance for some storms to develop. Wintry mix by Wednesday morning. And then a little bit warmer into Thursday, Friday. We're back into the 50s, but that doesn't last long. We're heading back to cooler temperatures next weekend. And if you look at Sunday, we are looking at a chance for only snow. I am well and completely done with snow. I am ready to move on, but there it is on a 9-day. Have yet another chance for snow. It's part of that season that we're in of the transition from winter to spring. We're going to kind of flip-flop between warmer temperatures, cooler temperatures, rain, snow, all the things. So something to just keep in mind as you head into next weekend. There is that chance for some snow. We'll keep an eye on locations and all that and giving the latest updates on that as well. If you're looking for something to do for this weekend, there's plenty of things going on across eastern Iowa. I don't necessarily have graphics for some of the sporting events, so I'm just going to read off the list I have. ISU's men's basketball is playing at 1 p.m. today in Ames against ASU, Arizona State University. Iowa State is ranked number 6, so they're doing really, really well, especially heading into the March Madness season. So something, if you're interested in going to watch them, they are playing today in Ames. It is day 2 of the NCAA Women's Wrestling National Championships. That's happening today in Corville at the Extreme Arena if you're interested in going to that. Iowa's baseball. We're finally into baseball season. It is starting up. Lindenwood is playing Iowa today at 2:02 p.m. at in Iowa City, excuse me. So if you're interested in that, or maybe you're just not ready to get rid of those winter sports quite yet, Rough Riders are also having a game today. They're playing the Waterloo Blackhawks. Puck drops at 7:05 p.m. tonight. Let's take a look at some of the other events that are happening, ones I actually have some graphics for, but let's take a look at a maple syrup festival happening at the Hartman's Reserve Nature Center in Cedar Falls. You can enjoy an all-you-can-eat pancakes topped with maple syrup, as well as sausage, some coffee. There's raffle prizes, including a kayak, a gift package, and a big wallet, which includes a collection of gift cards and certificates worth hundreds of dollars. Raffle tickets can only be purchased at the event, and it is a ticketed event. So if you're interested in going to this, make sure you get some tickets online. Again, happening in Cedar Falls today, the Maple Syrup Festival. This started yesterday, and it's going to continue into tomorrow too. So if you potentially have plans going on today, can't make it, happening again tomorrow too. This is running from 7 a.m. until 12:30 p.m. So get out there and enjoy some all-you-can-eat pancakes. Sounds absolutely delicious. Happening in Cedar Rapids, we are heading towards St. Patty's Day, and there's the Irish Hoolie happening today from 4 to 8 p.m. You can go enjoy some live Irish music at Cliff's Dive Bar and Grill. There is a live drawing for a trip to Ireland. How cool would that be? But you could also do a destination of choice if you do not want to go to Ireland. But all the proceeds from this fundraiser go to help the annual St. Patrick's Day Parade happening in Cedar Rapids. So if you're interested in helping that out, you should get out there and enjoy this today. Live Irish music, how fun is that? We also have the Critters Crusade Market happening at the Hiawatha City Hall today. That started at 10 a.m. and it will go until 2 p.m. Come shop local vendors, support small businesses. Rebecca and I always talk about small businesses, try to support those local businesses, especially right now as they're in that kind of slow season. But they're also going to start getting ready for that farmers market season. I'm ready for that to start up. I'm so excited to get back into that farmers market year or farmers market season. You can also give back to a great cause all in one place. Proceeds from the market help to benefit Critters Crusaders and help to support their ongoing rescue efforts. So, great opportunity to support local, buy local, and support a really, really good cause while you're doing it, if you're into that. So this is happening in Pella, Iowa. Excuse me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. It's tulip time. This is a 3-day event that is happening starting today. It is a Dutch heritage festival that includes 300,000 tulips, museums, tours, and live entertainment, a craft market, an art competition, a quilt show, food, daily parades, and more. So much is going on. This is not located in eastern Iowa, but for those of us, that includes myself, that are very excited to head into that springtime season, this might be kind of getting that spring fever going a little bit more if you're interested in going to see the tulips. A little bit warmer as you head into Sunday and Monday, so maybe just can't make it out there today as it is a little bit out into western parts of western Iowa. Maybe try to plan for it for Sunday, or Monday would be a really good day to get a 3-day weekend in if you can manage it. It will be a really good day to get out there and enjoy that, as well as temperatures there will be reaching the mid-70s. What a great time to kind of get ready for that spring season and get to enjoy that. Well, I am soloing it today, and that does mean that we are going to run it a little bit quicker through this today, so I'm out of events. I'm going to run it really quickly through that 9-day one last time. If you have any local events that you are supporting or you're interested in supporting, you can always send them to Rebecca or I, or you can send them into the newsroom inbox, weather inbox. We always take those and really appreciate all the events that you guys do send in. It helps us to see what's locally going on and gets us and gets those events out there in a really fun way, so that way others can know about it. So again, if you have any local events, please send them our way. We're always really happy to see those and put something together for that. And so that way everybody who sees this can enjoy and see some other events happening. Let's go to that 9-day. We're going to see temperatures today in the mid to upper 40s, decreasing clouds through the day. Make sure to adjust those clocks. We'll be heading towards warmer temperatures by Monday, upper 60s, low 70s. Chance for some storms on Tuesday, and then a little bit of a wintry mix into Wednesday morning. Then by Thursday and Friday, drier conditions return, but a little cooler than where we will be for Sunday, Monday. Still warmer than where we should be this time of year, low to mid 50s. Cooler temperatures move back in next weekend with a chance for some wintry mix and snow next weekend as well. All in all, not too bad of a week ahead. Trying to look on the sunny side of this. Warmer temperatures, if you can enjoy a 3-day weekend, might be the time to do that. Well, that's all the time I have, and I am going to let you all go a little early today. Thank you so much again for joining me on today's edition of Sunny Side Up. We will be doing this again tomorrow. Rebecca will be joining me, getting again to look at some of those local events that are happening across the area. A very busy weekend again tomorrow. Plenty of events happening. So hope you all can join us tomorrow. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturday.